Hello everyone and welcome back to VIP Live. Whew, that was a nice meal. Now after a nice meal, there's nothing like a wonderful glass of wine to finish it off. And today I have with me Mr. Jean-Baptiste from Los Angeles Wine Tasting. Hello Jean-Baptiste and welcome to VIP Live.
Bienvenue.
Hello, my friend. Well, it's official now. You are a very important person. You know that, right?
I guess so.
Oh,
maybe.
You are. You made it. Now tell me a little bit about what is Los Angeles Wine Tasting. Tell me about that.
So Los Angeles Wine Tasting was created about 4 years ago in Los Angeles. And I organize about every week either wine classes or wine soirée, wine pairing events.
Okay, okay.
And it's all about, you know, inviting people, having fun, having good wine and good food. And what's very important is to have the right people to tell about the wines. Oh. I'm there, but there's also a nice team. I have people who tell about the wines, where it's coming from. So it's fun, it's socializing, and it's educational. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. So you're saying educational. So you have basically a group of people that come together, and it is often said that wine is to be enjoyed. You can enjoy the wine better when you have, you're in good company and you're socializing. Yeah. Would you agree?
There's two types of events. The wine classes are sit down, a smaller group, more focused on education. And then there's the wine soirée that are more like standing event, cocktail events. And it's more mingling, it's more entertaining.
So a soirée is when you come together and you're just dressed up and you just enjoy the different people, the environment, and Los Angeles.
Yeah, you meet new people, you talk to the people who are going to serve you the wines, they will explain you where it's coming from, what kind of wine you're having. And also the food pairings are important. Cheese pairings, chocolate pairings.
Now, how did you get started with the wine tasting? Tell me, how did this come? How did you get to this moment in your life?
So I started about 12, 14 years ago in France. I was working in Champagne, in Bubbles.
Bubbles?
Bubbles.
I
was working in cognac, so spirit companies, and also wine companies. And about 6 years ago, I was tired of working for the big conglomerates, the big companies, because I worked for Moet Hennessy. You know, it's much about politics and
those
image.
are some big names, yeah.
Exactly. And I wanted to create something on my own, something very boutique, very artisanal. We say here, say artisan. Something on my own, you know, to have more freedom, to be able to have with me people I wanted to work with, and it's doing good. So
well, obviously,
I'm happy.
Yeah, obviously you're in a very good place because you're happy. That's all that matters, and I'm sure the wine helps, right?
It helps.
And we're live again with Los Angeles Wine Tasting, and here I have with me, your name please?
Hi, I'm Melody. Leah.
Leah. Hi Leah, how are you?
Hi, wonderful, thank you for having me.
Maya.
Maya. Maya, how are you doing?
I'm well.
Good.
My name is Ken. Hi.
We're live at Los Angeles Wine Tasting, and I have the beautiful Karen with me.
Hello.
Karen, this is your first experience. Tell me about it.
This is my first wine tasting experience, and I was telling you, I drink a lot of wine, I enjoy a lot of wine, but I really didn't know much about it.
Okay.
So I came here to learn something, and it was a great experience.
Wonderful, wonderful. So what did you enjoy the most about this experience?
Well, I mean, I think going through the tastings and actually, you know, taking into the account what this smells like and where it comes from, and that was all very interesting to learn more about the process of wine, you know, the oak and why certain tastes and smells come about.
I've actually come to a lot of these tastings, and I love these classes. I mean, every educator has another perspective, and every person's palate is all in their mouth. So it's wonderful to experience different people's perspectives.
So tell me, was this your first time?
No, I've actually come to a couple of Jean-Baptiste events, and whenever it's a night that I can get down here, I do it. I mean, he's got a great location, downtown LA, and he always runs good events, great events actually, and so tonight was a fun one. He had some good wines tonight.
I am the event manager for all of LA Wine Tastings events.
Oh, excuse me. Okay, so tell me about that. Tell me a little bit about that.
You have the classes once a month for sure.
Once a month?
Every first Friday of every month. And then when they're really popular, like this one, we're adding another one in 2 weeks.
Wonderful. So
And then we're trying to do also the mingling events once a month.
mingling event. So tell me about the mingling event. What is that all about?
So we pay with a venue, and then so we bring the wine and they bring the appetizers.
Okay.
And then so you just kind of, everybody's welcome to come in, $15, you get a glass of wine, you get an appetizer, and then they just hang out.
Yes. Ooh. Now, from what I understand, Jean-Baptiste, you're supposed to swirl the glass around. Once you have it, you're supposed to smell the aroma, which we're already moving forward with that.
Yeah.
And then you're supposed to, are you supposed to swallow or taste the wine? What's the difference?
So the different.
And by the way, this was
the
good.
different steps. First, what you see. So you see the label, unless you're doing a blind tasting. And then you see the wine. So always what I advise is to take a white background and look at the color of the wine. And if you compare the Chardonnay, it would tend to be a little more yellow, straw yellow than Sauvignon Blanc that would be way lighter in color. Then the nose. And then there's what we call the second nose. And it's easy, just a few sniffs. You don't have to spend 2 hours sniffing it, just a few sniffs, you know.
Right.
You can use only one
So here's my second nose.
On the side or the two. And remember, your nose is like, it's a muscle. You want to save it. So if you're tasting a lot of wines, just space yourself out and try to, you know, if you don't smell anything, just switch to the next wine and then come back to the wine you were tasting.
So are you a white or a red wine drinker?
And actually, I really enjoy ports. I enjoy.
Port, so you like the dessert wines, the
dessert
sweets.
wines,
Oh, they're sweet. So you got that little sugar thing going
I
on.
sure do. Chocolate truffles. They had wonderful truffles this evening. So.
Wonderful, wonderful. So let me ask you, will you come back?
Of course.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. How do I choose a wine if I'm in a restaurant and I just want to, you know, a moderately priced, something that's going to be, you know, nice, fruity with a nice flavor? How do I make my selection?
My advice is get yourself surprised. So ask the sommelier. There should be a wine guy at a restaurant who's tasted supposedly everything, and get yourself surprised. Because if you keep ordering things that you usually order, you won't, you know, open up to new territories. And I always advise to go ask for new things. Usually in the wine list of restaurants is going to be classified from the lighter to the heavier wines.
Now, what's the difference between the lighter and the heavier as far as taste?
For example, the whites, you would tend to find the Sauvignon Blanc on the top because they're crisp
on the top
and light.
Okay.
The Chardonnay, you would tend to find them more at the end because they're heavier. And then you'd have the dessert wine that would be after.
I think the Shiraz one, it was great. I really like it. Yes.
Right.
I really love it. And the Pinot Noir too.
All right.
I'm a very big fan of the Pinot Noir.
And what do you like about the Pinot Noir?
Well, everything is a little bit more complex, but it get more taste in my palate than all of the other wine. I think it's just a personal taste, you know.
And what did you enjoy most about it?
Just the educational aspect of it. I really learned a lot more about tasting and how to smell and how to understand wine better.
I know, wasn't that fascinating?
Yeah.
He basically breaks down the elements as far as the aroma.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So are you a red or white wine?
Normally I am a red, but I really like the whites.
What do you like about the whites?
Well, today.
Today. Wow.
Yeah, they were just, I think him explaining it and they were really sweet and fruity. I think it was very interesting.
So if we were interested, our viewers was interested in finding out more information, what would they go to? www.losangeleswinetasting?
LAWinetasting.com.
LAWinetasting.com. And there it is. Thank you.
So much,